Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Brandon Hudson again from Florida Stuff Restaurant Editorial. Tonight is November 4th, 2017. I hope everyone's doing good. To show you my true dedication here, I'm actually recording from my restaurant. My phone is dying, but I'm desperate to get these videos out before I hit Miami. So, yeah, just don't ignore the echo there. Hope everyone's doing good. We're continuing our three-part video series tonight. I'm going over the three restaurants that did not make high markings with Florida Stuffed in 2017. Tonight, just again as a disclaimer, I'm not bashing the restaurants. I'm just telling you my own experiences and what these places did or did not do to get on my bad list here. And I'm not trying to say don't eat at these places, don't go to these places, but these are just things I think these restaurants in particular need to improve. You can always follow me here on YouTube or go to Yelp, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Be sure to read all the now 93 restaurant reviews posted at floridastuff.wordpress.com. Tonight, on this second part of the video, I'm going to go into a restaurant called the Meatballs Stoppe. Now, the people in East Orlando seem to be becoming more and more aware of this restaurant. It's a very new restaurant that's opened, I think, in the last couple of years. It's right by the 408 off of Goldenrod Road and Lake Underhill Road on the east side of Orlando. Now, this restaurant I posted up on the review. You can look for a post just simply called Meatballs. The restaurant itself, folks, my impression of this restaurant has changed dramatically since my initial post. Now, I don't do re-reviews on these restaurants, but my issue is this restaurant has gotten very busy since since it did its remodel and reopen, which is fine. That could be a good and bad thing to some people. But my biggest beef with this restaurant is the service. The food is pretty good, very original, very inventive recipes with meatballs, I must say. Has a very homely Italian feel. I met the owners on occasion and don't seem to remember me every time I come. I'm not sure why. And I tell them what I do, it's just kind of weird. But I haven't visited this restaurant in the last 3 or 4 months, and I'm probably not planning on going back anytime soon. But my issue is service here has been very, I don't know if lethargic is too strong a word, but I think it's necessary. Obviously, the restaurant has gotten very busy, but I found the staff to be very forgetful on occasion. And it seems like on every single occasion I've been noticing since my initial visit to this restaurant that the orders that I'm placing, I'm just ordering, one single entree like I always do. It seems like the time it takes to get my food to my table is taking longer and longer and longer and longer on each subsequent visit. That's not acceptable. I should not be doing, first it was like 10 minutes and I've waited as long as 25 minutes for my order. So I do have an issue with that. I understand things get busy, but every single time I've timed it and my order is taking at least 4 to 5 minutes longer than my previous visit than before. It's been a consistent trend. Now, another thing I'm having a gripe with this restaurant is the issue of getting my dessert. I usually order dessert. They have great desserts at this place, don't get me wrong, but the desserts in question, the servers never ever seem to remember to bring them out to me. I like to enjoy my dessert at my table, not, I'm standing in a long line. They only have one cash register, mind you, which that same person's having to tackle to-go orders and then people that are trying to pay for the orders to get out of there. Unfortunately, I'm in the latter of that group. Now, my biggest beef is they never seem to remember to give me my dessert. The desserts are in a little display case next to the register. So unfortunately, in each case, I've been forced to remain calm, pay for my food, and then remind them to give me my dessert. At this point, it's to go. And I'm just finding that a little unacceptable. Like I said, I think the restaurant's still very young, but it needs a great deal of refinement and service and organization, especially when the product availability is right there. There should be no real reason why on every occasion it's my dessert has been forgotten, and I've been with somebody on each of these visits that would attest to that, and I think this restaurant needs to stay within its own boundaries. I've been overhearing talks about they want to franchise and things like that, but the restaurant itself it's not a proven design, it's not a proven model in my eyes. We need to you know, the service needs to be definitely revamped. And I think the atmosphere of the restaurant, you know, could be a little better too. It's just too small a place, and it's acting like it can support all these people that are storming inside. It just, to me, that's not the best setup. And you only have one cash register available. It's just not conducive, you know, to the experience, whether you're a takeout customer or you're sitting down there like myself. So, like I said, just keep in mind when you go to this place, don't expect your order to be ready in 5 minutes, but you know, don't expect it to, you know, take any longer than 20 minutes. And it shouldn't be doing that on every single visit, you know, where you're waiting longer and longer for your food. So just keep that in mind. You know, like I said, I'm not telling you don't go there. You know, the food's great. You know, the people are nice, you know, but I need people to remember that I'm there. And for one thing, if you're charging me for an item that I never received, I need to get my item. And preferably it needs to be before I leave. Not when I'm trying to leave, but, you know, I still want to have it as, you know, technically a second course. So you guys just keep that in mind. The food is definitely worth checking out. Definitely know the spoon in that. Like I said, it's a very, you know, homely Italian feel. Very, a lot of the recipes are very inventive too, I must say. So just keep that in mind. Again, you can look for the post titled Meatballs. And again, thanks for hearing me out here on Florida Stuffed on YouTube. I'm going to let you guys go for the night and expect updates from Miami and Tampa over the next couple of days. And also be sure, again, to follow me on Yelp, here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And if you guys have any questions or comments about this, feel free to send me an email at florida.stuffed.editorial@hotmail.com. I'll get back to you guys. And stand by for part 3 of this. Probably by tomorrow I'm going to post part 3 of this interview as well with the next restaurant and the last restaurant that didn't kind of, you know, make the cut for 2017. So I hope to see you guys out there, and take care. Be safe.